morning. Good morning. Are we? Yeah, we're still in the morning, almost afternoon. Hi, I'm Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. We still talking about pride this month. So again, I'm giving you a minute to hop on. So hello, YouTube. Let me bring on Facebook. But good morning. We're talking pride this morning. So come on in. Pride in your marriage. So we're fighting against the spirit of pride and how pride comes to destroy your home and destroy your marriage. So stay tuned. All right. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, and it is still morning here. Yeah, I have to check the time. But I am Wanda with Soundproof Marriages, and we are still dealing with the spirit of pride in your marriage. So come on in, guys. I have a couple of you on different places here. So yeah, when you see me looking here, there, and over there, yeah, we got social media going on over here. So come on in the group, come on in, take notes, get your pencil and paper together so we can tackle. We still working against a spirit of pride. So good morning. Come on in the room. Some of you may be shut in due to the snow and ice. So this is a good time to think about your marriage and what do you do? Okay, sniffing already. And what do you need to do to fight against pride coming to destroy your marriage? So good morning, Facebook group. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, YouTube. Let's talk marriage. We're talking marriage and how pride comes to destroy your marriage, how the enemy uses pride to destroy your marriage. And so this is what we're discussing this morning. So you may see me go to the board this morning as I try to teach. Remember, this month, January, we're almost done. This whole month, we have been dealing with the spirit of pride, how to uproot pride out of your marriage, because pride comes to destroy, right? Pride comes to destroy, and you want your marriage, you want your husband, but that spirit of pride will keep you from humbling yourself and will keep you from forgiving and forgiving again and again and again. So this is why we have to deal with pride in the home, pride in marriage. But what if you're not the one that's being prideful? What if it's not you? What if you look at your spouse and your husband and say he is the one that's holding all the pride? He is the one who is unable to forgive. He is the one who's unable to let things go. Forgot to put my ring on. Just realized that. But how do you deal with the spirit of pride? How do you deal with pride in your marriage? How is it that you can keep pride from destroying? Hear me. Destroying your home. How can you keep pride from destroying, taking the joy from you, taking the joy out of you? So good morning. Good morning. I see some people on here. We're talking pride. Seriously, how do you keep pride from destroying your marriage? So this is what we're dealing with this morning. This is what we're dealing with, and we have been dealing with the month of January. I'm Wanda with Soundproof Marriages, making your marriage soundproof against the noise, against what the enemy would throw at it to bring about destruction in your marriage. And if your marriage is already on its last leg, it's not hopeless. Seriously, some people, marriage is on its last leg. I get that. I understand. I've been married 36 years. By the grace of God, my husband and I are still together. By the grace of God, my husband and I still enjoy each other, can laugh, can play. By the grace of God, my husband and I have been together since 7th grade. That's to the testament of God. And this is why I'm here able to tell you some things, because I didn't do everything just right. I didn't do everything just right. My husband didn't do everything just right. But yeah, when you can learn from somebody else's mistake, when you can learn wisdom and get your marriage on the right track, this is what I do. I coach women, I counsel women, I counsel marriages. Get your marriage on the right track. But this is how you can, it's like marriage prevention for those who already, your marriage is good. You have a happy marriage, you just got married, you're still in the bliss stage and all of that. This is how you keep your marriage happy. How to keep pride out of it so it does not destroy your home. Hear me, when I say the devil is the enemy, and it's after your marriage, he is the one that's coming to destroy your marriage. You look at your husband and you may say, no, this is him. No, this man is just like the devil. No, you look at the spirit that's operating, the spirit that's influencing him. And for the men who watch, it's the opposite. It's the spirit that's influencing your wife. But it's things that you can do things that you can do. And what I try to teach you and show you is the tools, the weapons that you can use. Humility is a weapon to use against the spirit of pride. When you know, hear me, pride is not a good thing. It's not a thing that's coming there to pump you up for something good. No. It comes to destroy. So this morning, this is what we're talking about. Come on in, like and share for those who are on here. Can I get you guys to like and share? Like and share. Hear me, like and share. Tap the screen, show some love. Tap the screen, show some love, like and share, so that someone else can see that there is someone on speaking up for marriages. It's so much out there, guys. I'm serious. You can turn the TV on any given day at any given time and find some type of programming that's coming against marriages. It doesn't matter. You can find a couple that's married, but then they're on the second and third marriage. We don't get along. We're not compatible. We don't love each other anymore. Whatever, and they hop on to the next. No, I'm speaking to the covenant wives who understand, people who understand. I want my husband. I want my marriage. I just don't want it in the shape that it's in. I don't appreciate how it's going right now. I need this to be better. So this is who I'm speaking to the female who says, yeah, I want this to be better. So good morning, guys. Good morning. We're talking marriage. How do you soundproof your marriage against the enemy? And again, pride is something that the enemy uses to destroy your marriage. So next month, we will be dealing with, for the whole month of February, we're dealing with forgiveness and dealing with the unforgiveness. Pride will prevent you from forgiving your husband again and again and again and again and again. If you don't understand that this is something you will need throughout your whole married life, you won't make it. Because every time a person does, your husband does something, if it's for the men who are watching, every time your wife does something, you will hold it against her. And so that stuff start piling up. And so ladies, it can pile up. Hear me. It can pile up if you don't learn how to let it go. And so the month of February, we at Soundproof Marriages will be dealing with forgiveness. So the enemy is not using that against you. But you can't forgive with that spirit of pride. And so when I talk to ladies and they tell me they have a hard time forgiving their husbands, I know that there's some pride that's there. So let's tackle that so that you're in a place that you can truly forgive. And so even ladies who choose to, and they choose to stay in a marriage. That's hard. And they're trying to forgive, but they have a hard time walking forgiveness out. We will discuss those things too in the month of February. So again, forgiveness is what we would discuss for February, guys. But this month, we almost at the end. What are we? The 26th? Yeah. We're working on forgiveness. We're working on getting rid of pride. Pride. So the enemy cannot use pride to destroy your marriage. Oh, you're not giving him an opportunity. You're not going to give him an opportunity to use that against you. So again, what does pride look like in a marriage? Needing to be right more than needing peace. You know how you have to really think about what am I angry about? What am I fighting for? What point am I trying to make? Is it the need to be right? Are the need to be right, or do you rather have peace? So this is where you can have a quiet and gentle spirit. This is where you can learn to just let it go, even though you feel like you're right or correct in a situation. You're not going to argue. Y'all will hear me say that time and time again. You're not going to argue. No, don't give the enemy the satisfaction. Don't have an argument. Let it go. When it's something you don't like, you give it to your husband's headship. He has a headship, whether or not he serves God or not. He still has a headship that he has to answer to. You take your grievances to his headship. Understand the chain of command. Understand authority. So that in this situation, you don't argue. You can disagree. You cannot like what they say or do. But you don't allow that to turn into an argument. You can have your own mind, you can have your own opinion, but you just don't argue about it. So are you fighting for the right to be right? How many marriages have broken up? How many homes have been destroyed because someone is fighting for the right to be right? You know how they say you win the battle but lose the war? You win the argument, but yeah, you lost your husband in meantime. Don't you lose the battle and the war. It's not worth it. This is where you humble yourself. Even if you feel you are right, you be quiet, you humble yourself, and you take your grievances again to his headship. This is how you handle pride in marriages so that the enemy is not rejoicing. So that the enemy is not rejoicing because he has you upset with your husband and your husband upset with you. Again, if your marriage is on like the last leg and you're thinking, so, okay, it's too late. What do I do now? He's already out the house, or we already on the last leg. We in this house together, but nobody is speaking. Nobody is talking. What do we do? Okay, so again, you humble yourself. You still need to learn the lessons. You still need to know this. Why do you need to know this? You still need to know it because when your husband do come home, when your husband comes back home, you need to know what to do. You don't want your husband coming back home to the same thing. Think about that. You don't want your spouse coming back home to the same situation. You need to know how to handle things differently. And for some of you, you're like, okay, so no, you need to just know how to do it different. So when your husband, this is for those whose husbands are gone, you need to know how to do it different. Maybe this is why. This is just a maybe. Let me just put it. Maybe this is why he hasn't come home yet. Because if he comes home, he will be coming back home to the same thing. So you need to learn how to do it different so that the peace can remain there. So that the first disagreement you guys have, you're not telling him to leave again. The first disagreement you guys have, he's not saying, I'm gone again. So you need to learn how to handle it different. So maybe, just maybe some changes could take place. When the changes are in you, then your husband can come back home. And that, again, that's just for a select few ladies whose husbands may not be at home right now. So you have to know how to do it different. How do you do it different? How? You humble yourself and just be quiet. But if you're fighting for the right to be right and you choose that over peace, yeah, that's some pride that's there. You want to say, you got to speak your mind. You got to have your say. Yeah. So anyway, this is how pride will look in a marriage. And this is where you say, okay, no, I'm not. No. Okay, I see you. You start recognizing the enemy. No, I see you. I see you. And no, I'm not going to act like that. Okay, let me humble myself. And can I tell you guys, your flesh is not going to want you to do that. Your flesh is going to start speaking to you. Your flesh. So thank you. Hey, Kitty. Thank you for the hearts, the likes. Thank you. Like and share, guys. Like and share. But you want to make sure, again, when it's dealing with you, because you can say if it's you who say, yeah, I have been humbling myself. And I felt like I was abused. Mentally abused. I felt like I was abused when I humbled myself because he kept doing it. He did the same thing over and over and over again when I humbled myself every time. But again, I can guarantee you most of the time in that humbling yourself and when you choose to forgive, stuff go downhill when you don't understand how to walk it out. So for February, for the month of February, we're dealing with forgiveness. Again, this whole month of January, we have been focusing in on pride. I have a downloadable for you if you're interested in the workbook that goes along with this teaching. I think it would be something that you could use because, again, when you get offline from listening to me, you're going to need to be reminded of this. You're going to need to get it deeper in you, right? So the downloadable will help you. The workbook will help you. So if you're interested in that, DM me so I can give you more information on how to get the workbook. Also, I have a group, a community of ladies on the Wife Hub. Please join the Wife Hub if you're interested in that. DM me. We had our we started up our book club. It's the Wife Hub Book Club. We started it up this past Saturday. It was good. We're reading The Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers. And so it's still, you still got time to hop in. If you missed it, Saturday, you can still hop in. We're still doing chapters 1 and 2, The Voice in the Wind. Guys, it's a place that we can come together. Ladies who understand marriage, and you understand it's something that you got to put an effort to making this thing good. It's where you have to learn how to be that wife. The wife that your husband needs you to be, the wife that God wants you to be. You want your marriage good. This is where, again, we come together as a community. So if you're interested in the Wife Up, DM me. This is where we had the book club Saturday. Again, this Saturday I will be doing a class at 10 o'clock. Let me see, did I write down the name? Let me see, so I'll be like, did I even bring my notes? Let's see if it's in this particular book. Because I'm doing the class, but it's a class this Saturday. It's a master class. Join the Wife Hub, and you could get information on that class. I'm just trying to see, like, where is that? Because I had the title of it. I could give you the title of it, y'all. Y'all, I don't think I brought that information up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see. But okay, so anyway, masterclass. It would still be on. It would be on Pride. So I know it would be on Pride. I'm trying to pull the title up, and I think it's something like your husband doesn't feel listened to and you don't feel seen. He doesn't feel heard and you don't feel seen. So he doesn't feel heard, you don't feel seen. And so this is what we're talking about, dealing with and having pride as the foundation that we're talking about. So that would be this Saturday in the Wife Hub, 10 o'clock. If you want more information on how to get in this class, DM me. Again, I can give you that information over in the Wife Hub. So DM me. But pride, guys, hear me. You do not want pride in your marriage. But what if it's not you? What if it's not you, the one that's holding on to stuff? What if it's your husband? You can look at your husband and say, yeah, no, that's him. No, that's my husband. That's not me. I'm pretty good at that. Yeah, that's him. What if it is him? What do you do? What do you do? So it's stuff that you could do. It really is. It's things that you can do that would help it or can make it worse. Let's see here. What else I was gonna give you. Here's another thing that the way that you can do a pride check. Waiting for your spouse to apologize first. So if you're waiting for your husband to apologize, instead of you fixing it, it's not about right and wrong. If you're still waiting on it to be about right or wrong, put this over here. I was showing my camera over here, ain't it? Yeah, it is. If you're still waiting on it to be about, maybe, y'all see me, I'm messing with one of the other things here, just trying to get in a better position. But anyway, if you're still waiting and making it an issue of who is right or wrong, it's a right or wrong issue, put it like that. When you have it that it's a right or wrong issue, yes, the enemy already have you in the wrong direction. Because this is where humility steps in, and it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about peace. You get to a certain point, it's about peace. It's not about the right or wrong. You can know that you're 100% right in whatever the disagreement is. But because you rather have peace, Can I get you guys who are on, if you could put peace in the chat? Peace. It's about peace. But if you're wanting to sit and soak in your anger, if you want to sit and soak in the right or wrong, no, because peace is gone. Peace has lifted up. Peace has gone. It's about peace. You'd rather have peace. Now, I know sometimes we deal with some hard issues. When you're dealing with infidelity, that's a hard issue. So how do you get past that? That's when you choose to forgive, but you can't forgive with pride there. And then you think, if you forgave once and it happened again, then what the next time, and this and that and all that. Again, learn how to walk out forgiveness, because you can say with your mouth you forgive. You really can. You can have a desire to forgive but not know how to do it. You don't know how to walk it out. And that's what I have seen in counseling people. They don't know how to walk out the forgiveness, and it still goes left. It still goes left because you had a desire, you just didn't know how. So this is what we would talk about February, in the month of February, God willing, how to walk that out. Because you feel like you have to let your guard down. And letting your guard down is like, in your mind, you're saying he's right or he won. So you letting your guard down, pride says, well, he won. Mm. And this is where you have to know, no, that's not God speaking. That's pride talking. I let him win if I forgive him. If I let my guard down, let the wall down, I'm protecting myself. So pride is a wall that comes up that you would use, and you tell yourself that you're protecting yourself. No. You have to learn how to walk forgiveness out, and pride won't let you walk forgiveness out. So the first step is humbling yourself. Learn to humble yourself so that God can move on your behalf. Learn to humble yourself. When you humble yourself, now you have God who can move and help move for you. God can't do anything when there's a spirit of pride that's there. God resists the proud, but God will give grace to the humble. God resists the proud. God resists the proud. So this is where you humble yourself. Even when you feel like you're right. This is where you want peace. You choose peace over being right. You choose peace. Choose peace first. Again, put peace in the chat. Put peace in the chat. Put peace in the chat, because you choose peace over being right. You choose peace. God will give you the grace when you feel like you can't forgive. And again, I've talked to ladies. They've told me it's hard for them to forgive. They want to, but it's just hard. And they feel like the husband has done so much and keep doing so much that it's hard for them to forgive. Choose peace. Humble yourself so that God can move. God will heal you. The healing that you need, your emotions have been hurt. You have felt crushed. You felt betrayed. You felt all of that. God can heal that. The healing begins when the true forgiveness takes place. The healing takes place. But the enemy wants you to stay in a place of being hurt and injured all the time. The enemy wants you to stay in the place of being the victim, the one that he did this to. So no, this is where you say, no, I choose to be healed, and this is the step to you being healed. This is the step to you being healed. You want healing. You want to not always hurt and think about what he did or how he did it or what he said. You want to think nice things of him. You want to remember how he used to be when you fell in love with him. You want the butterflies again. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You want that. You can get that. You have to let the healing start. Don't let the trauma direct the rest of your life. Don't let that trauma stay in you. Again, get the healing. And when you learn to release, I'm talking about truly release, not sweep it under the rug, not deal with your emotions. This is where you say, no, I am hurt. Lord, I'm hurt. I feel this, I feel that. But you learn how to release. You release so that you can receive healing. you release. And again, your flesh part of you would typically try to talk you out of it. So be ready to have answers to speak to yourself. Hear me. You have to speak to yourself. Have the answers already prepared to speak and talk to yourself. Because your flesh will say stuff like, yeah, you just a doormat. You silly, you foolish, you're this, you're that. Your flesh will speak those things to you. You will even probably have friends or family members who may speak that stuff to you. This is why, again, you keep your husband covered and you stop sharing everything and tell the people everything. No, you keep your husband covered so that, again, you can get the healing. And you know how we talked last week about how you just say, I'm tired, I'm through trying. And a lot of ladies just throw in the towel. I'm done. This is it. I'm not even trying anymore. It's hopeless. This man won't ever change. And I'm not dealing with this. I'm just absolutely not dealing with it. Y'all, especially when you get to be my age, up in your 50s, and people be like, child, I'm not dealing with this. Oh no, I'm up out of here. This is how you have marriages that even how they've been together all these years and then they still break up after 15, 20 years, 30. Child, you be like, now you just stayed up in that thing all that time. Then you wait to at the 25-year mark or the 30-year mark and now you're saying you're done? Because you get to where you don't want to. The hormones kick in. Y'all better come on. Menopause start kicking in and you be like, I'm not gonna deal with this. Menopause really kicks in. It's a real thing. Ladies in your 30s and 40s, pre-menopause, child, you get them hormones start acting up, changing and switching up, and you be like, I'm not taking this. Be prepared. This is what I want you to learn. So this is some of the stuff, again, guys, this is just some of the things we will discuss in the Wife Hub. How does menopause play? And some of you in your 30s be like, well, I ain't dealing with menopause. Your child, them hormones start messing up. Sometime even in your 30s, you get the pre-menopause, perimenopause. You get to be where you're less tolerant. Child, less tolerant. So again, this is some of the stuff that we will be talking about and we will discuss over in the Wife Hub. All things wife, spirit, soul, and body, y'all. We got to pour into. So that's, you know how it's stuff that your mom didn't tell you? Stuff that your mom didn't say or tell you. You be like, Lord, I didn't know it was like this. Why didn't somebody tell me? You know, so this is some of the stuff that we would discuss over in the Wife Hub. So again, DM me if you're interested in that. Let me know. Let me know. Somebody said you're on point. Yep. I guess you know. So yeah, so again, the month of January, we're at the end. We have a couple more days. Guys, we will continue to do Pride. The master class that we're having is this Saturday at 10 o'clock. DM me if you're interested in that. We had our book club this past Saturday at 10, and that was good. Again, we're reading The Voice in the Wind. Join it's a virtual book club. Come on, y'all. It's at 10 o'clock on Saturday, so you get to sleep in. Then you come in and just hop on with your coffee, and we have a nice little chit chat about the book. But honestly, we take what we're reading, we discuss our book, but some type of way we bring it back to, we get life lessons out of it, something that we could use for the right now, even come out of our fellowship time that we're sitting there going over the book. So again, if you have not ever been a part of a book club, come on, join now. It's over in the Wife Hub. DM me again if you're interested in doing that. So again, pride. Make sure you're not the one carrying pride. And if it is your spouse, you still can be humble. You still, in your humility, God can move on your behalf. So it's not just, well, I'm okay, it's him. Okay, well, if it is him, if it is him, you can still be humble and God can still move on your behalf. You just, again, learn how to walk out forgiveness, but pride won't let you. So stop fighting for the right to be right. Choose to have peace over any and everything else. Choose peace. Choose peace. It's a choice. Choose peace. And even when you choose peace, you know how honestly you can just shut an argument down. You can see the argument coming. You can see the disruption coming, but you have the power to shut it down. Your husband can say one thing, and that one thing would trigger you. If you allow it, if you let it trigger you, you should know your triggers. He could say that one thing that would trigger you, and you'd be like, "Let's see, we were doing good until he said this." Y'all, we were doing good until he did this, and that's when you sit and make up your mind, like, Lord, okay, you know what? You know how you exhale and just, you know what? Let me let it go. The enemy would bring the thought back to you. We talked last week, was it last week? I believe last week, about taking your thoughts captive. You learn how to take the thoughts captive so that, again, the enemy is not using those thoughts against you. You take the enemy thoughts, take them as your own, and think that's you. And then have you all bind up, have you all messed up. So you learn to take the thoughts captive. When you humble yourself, then the devil say, well, oh, you see that, look at you, baby, 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 come whispering in your ear some little stuff. You know how to shut it down. As again, you're learning how to take the thoughts captive, and you have to do it time and time again. But here's the thing, this is where you're already prepared. It's almost like military, how they already, you go through boot camp, you go through the training, they get you prepped before the fighting. So you have to get prepped beforehand. This is why I like to deal with and work with ladies who have not even been married. I do premarital counseling as well, because again, she's getting prepped before. But even with you and us who have said I do and we're already married, you still got to get prepped before. You don't want your husband come home and say something, do something that triggers you. Child, if it's not in you on what to do, yeah, you're going to be triggered, and you're going to get the wrong reaction. Then the ball get rolling on the wrong thing, right? And that's all the enemy he loves. He sits back now, and they rejoice because wrath has come in there, did his thing. You didn't give a soft answer when wrath came knocking at your door, and now wrath is celebrating because your house is in disarray. So when wrath come knocking on the door, you give a soft answer. When your husband says something offhanded, give a soft answer. This is where you humble yourself. This is taking pride out. So again, this is what we will be the next couple of days, focusing the month of January on pride. Focusing, making sure you're able to identify and get it out. You're not walking with pride. You're not dealing with, nor are you walking with pride. Next month, February, again, we will be dealing with forgiveness for the full month of February. The full month of February. So do y'all got that? Do y'all have that? Tell me you got it. Tell me you got it. Tell me you got it. For those of you who are on, guys, let me know where you're from. Can y'all tell me where you're from? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Katie. Tap the screen, share. Let me know where you're from. Share this with your friends. Honestly, people that you may know who are having some marital hardships. Can you guys share this information with them? Share the information with them so that they will. Where's my lip chat? How you feel like? And knowing me, I got it behind. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. What did I wait? You're gonna be like, what did I do with it? Hold on. You know what? I'm not even seeing it anywhere. Yeah, this is me having to stop and look from a lip chat. That is so funny. I just had it. Like, where in the world could it be? Oh, there it is, right there. Come on. All right, guys. Where you from? Where you from? Y'all on here? Like and share. Like and share. Like and share. Like and share, guys. Like and share. Do y'all have you been able to recognize pride in yourself since we've been talking about it? Can y'all tell me? Can y'all tell me if you have seen pride within your own self and you realize this is something that you needed? Something that you needed because you did recognize there was pride. Can y'all tell me? Can y'all tell me? Tell me, tell me. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yep. So if you're getting rid of pride, you're not going to allow it to destroy your marriage. You and I don't care what state your marriage is in, it can always, this is God, y'all, child. God who is able. So I don't care what state your marriage is in, when you start learning, like, you know what? I may have did some things wrong. I may have been walking in pride. And I, you never thought about it. You just never thought, you know what I'm saying? You just didn't think that it was pride. But it was pride the whole time, even in you. Not just him. You look at your husband and see pride. But I'm saying it was pride even in you. And you're realizing, yeah, that was me. Hmm. Get rid of it. How do you get rid of it? Deciding and knowing that you were wrong in that. This is the turning away, renouncing, and denouncing a spirit of pride. And how you lined yourself up with that spirit. And where it felt like I had to protect me, I was safeguarding my feelings. I was safeguarding me from being hurt and all of that. This is where you realize, no, I didn't do it the right way. This is where you realize, yeah, I could have done it different. Not to, it does not give your husband the green card, the green light, and saying, yeah, he was right in what he did. It's not saying you let him off the hook and all of that. See, vengeance is connected also to pride. You getting vengeance when God say let him have it, because you tried to issue the vengeance to your husband. That's pride. You're trying to give vengeance. Again, the silent treatment, the withholding sex, um, not doing other wifely things, the things that you used to do for him, all of that can fall under pride, where you used to do, and you realize that if that was you, this is where you say, yeah, I could have done it different. And at this point, you're choosing to do it different. Choose to do it different. Make the choice. Seriously, make the choice. Make it right now. Make the choice now to do it different. To do it different. You're choosing to do it different. You're choosing to do it different. Yeah. This is where you make up in your mind, nope, 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 nope. I did it that way. That wasn't right. Now let me do this a little bit better. And this is where you humble yourself. A wise woman would build her house. A foolish one would tear it down with her own hands. We look at, well, he cheated. He's not, he financially, he's not taking care of the family. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. You can name a list of stuff that your husband may not be doing. And you're like, I can't make him do. And you're absolutely right. You can't make him do. All you can do is make your own self do. And you can line yourself up so that you can get some help. This is a way that you're lining yourself up to get the help that you need. You're praying, but you make sure you line yourself up to get the help from God that you need. Humility is a way. The world will tell you don't. The world will say, get out of that marriage and go on to the next. It's that Bible. Look at the word for yourself. Don't look at who else did it that way. Don't look at how no, make sure you have enough understanding. Yeah, you want peace. Choose peace over being right. Because God will validate you. You wanting to be validated, you wanting to be all of that, God will validate you. And when we don't get the validation or whatever immediately, we go back to our old ways. and I'm speaking to somebody directly. I don't know who, but you know, when it don't happen quick enough, you revert back. Well, I tried it for a little while, and it's not working. I'm trying it for a little while, and yeah, the man's still acting up. So you revert back because you put a time limit on how long you were going to do well. I'm only going to do well for a short period of time. He has about this amount of time before I revert back. Don't you know the enemy even knows how long? The enemy knows where you drew the line and how long you're going to try to do what's right. Let doing what's right be a part of you. Not so that you can get your husband back, not so that you can get this man. Let doing right be a part of who you are. You're doing it because this is who you are. Humility is a part of you because this is who you are. Get the benefit of being humble because God is with you and God is not resisting you. So you do right. You do right just to do right. And you get the benefits of doing right. The benefits are there. Don't forget his benefits. That's even in the word. Don't forget his benefits. So you do right just to do right. Yeah, but the benefits are connected. You get a better marriage. You get the husband that you're praying for. You get the marriage that you're praying for, the change that you're wishing and praying for. You get those things. Guys, I can't tell you all of this if I have not lived it and walk it out and walked it out and still walk it out. Y'all, you don't get to a point that you do it and stop doing it. Let it be a part of you. That is what I think God is waiting on in most of us. Let it be a part of you. You're not doing it to get something in a sense. You get something because it's a byproduct of it and it's a benefit of it. But it's who you are. Humility rests in you. And you get the benefits of it. That's the greatest part. You want your husband to come back home. You want your marriage to be good. Be humble. Be humble. That means your flesh is going to pick at you. Seriously, your flesh is going to try to harass you. Your own flesh is going to try to speak to you to tell you don't be humble. It doesn't have to be family members to tell you. Your own flesh is going to tell you not to do it. Because your flesh knows that it's being humble and put in its proper place. And you looking at the big picture, always look at the big picture. It is a big picture. You look at the big picture. You humble yourself. You humble yourself because you're looking at the big picture. This is why you can forgive again. This is why even when you know you're right, you're quiet. And your behavior is showing quietness, not just your mouth. Child, y'all, we'll mess it up. We say, well, I was quiet. I didn't say anything. See, I didn't say anything. But child, your actions were talking. Your body language, your actions, everything else was shouting. Shut all of you down to your quiet in your demeanor. Not just your words, your whole demeanor is quiet. And God will give you the grace to do it. And then he can move on your behalf. I don't care how long it takes for him to move on your behalf. This is where you be steadfast, unmovable. Child, be steadfast and unmovable. The triggers, the enemy with it's like he'll flicker them at you. Things that would trigger you. Don't be where you can be moved. If you feel like he was pushing you out of your spot for a minute, y'all know what I'm talking about. Be like, Lord, he almost got me because I was about to say what I held it. Okay, Lord, I was about to. And you can rejoice over that moment that you did. Okay, well, look for the next moment because you may have done okay that time. Yeah, but he'll try you again. So you got to hold tight. And this is where you start making up your mind. And this is where when you start walking it out, remember I just said it becomes a part of you. You let it be who you are. it becomes a part of you to do what's right. And again, you will get the benefits of doing what's right. You would, again, the benefits. You would get the benefits of doing what's right. Okay. I saw Coach had hopped on for a little bit. I don't know if you're still there, but hi, Coach. But but yes. So you hold on. You hold on. You endure. 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 The enemy is going to speak to you not to endure. Have your answers already prepared on how you even have to talk to yourself. Child, you got to tell yourself, no. That's my husband. I'm fighting for him. That's my marriage. I'm fighting for it. You can't have it. You can speak that. I have ladies. They can speak it. Again, it's back to how do you walk it out. So again, if you're interested in being a part of the Wife Hub, DM me. This is what we talk about. And the Wife Hub, we would go a little even deeper, but the Wife Hub, and so the master class is this Saturday, 10 o'clock. DM me if you're interested. This Saturday, 10 o'clock, over in the Wife Hub. So if you want to know how to be a part of that, DM me. Also, this past Saturday, y'all hear me saying that the Wife Hub has a book club. In our book club, we meet bi-weekly. So we just met this past Saturday. So I think we meet again February, what's that, February or something. It's 2 weeks. I don't know if it was the 11th, maybe. But we meet again in 2 weeks. It's a Saturday at 10 o'clock. And this is where we are discussing the book for this month. When is it? I don't know how long we'll be in this book, but I'll say for right now, we're on A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers. The first 2 chapters is what we would discuss in our next book club meeting, which will be in 2 weeks, 10 o'clock Saturday, on a Saturday. This Saturday at 10 o'clock is the master class. So DM me if you're interested in that. Yep. So, all right, guys. I'm glad you guys were able to hop on, like and share, because this month, the month of January, this is where we deal with pride, taking pride out of the marriage so that pride is not going to destroy your home. Next month, we're dealing with all of February, forgiveness. Each month this year, we would deal with the issue, and we would deal with the issue the whole month. Not just one day this thing, the next day something else. Okay, so this month we have been talking about, and I've been coming on talking and giving you material on pride. There are other materials that's there. Is a workbook that goes along with this teaching. If you're interested in the workbook, again, DM me so that you will have something in your own private time to go over, something to remind you. Even, when you write stuff out, you write it down, it gets more in you. You want this to get in you so it could be a part of you. Again, this, not just you're doing it temporarily just to get this marriage back on track. No, you want this to be a part of you. So get the workbook that goes with this so you can have greater understanding. But each month for this year, 2026, each month we would deal with the issue that tries to come against your marriage. It's what the enemy will use to destroy your marriage. Pride is one of those issues and things that the enemy will use. The tool and the weapon for you to use to fight against pride is humility. Be humble. Be humble. Be humble. That's it. Be humble. Being humble. And it goes back to the meekness is weakness. Meekness is not weakness. Be meek. There's strength. Seriously, y'all, strength is in you being meek. So you show forth the strength that God has placed in you by you being humble and meek. Allow him to move on your behalf. Allow him to move on your behalf. God give grace to the humble. He is the one. God resists the proud. Doesn't say the devil resists the proud. God resists the proud. Pride comes before the fall. So as the marriage is crumbling, there is some pride that's there. And so as I counsel and coach ladies, again, I can spot it. Why? Because I've been there. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is some stuff I've had to walk out myself. I'm grateful for these 36 years, right there at 37 years, by the grace of God. My husband and I have been together over 40 years, y'all. Over 40 years. We're talking about seventh grade. Seventh grade. Now we together, gray hair and all, y'all. But is that not a blessing? And when you can still laugh, joke, play, to me, that's a testament to God. That really is a testament to God. And so this is what you want to do. And as I tell my clients, get to the other side. It's another side of this. Get to the other side. Go through the valley, get to the other side. Get to the other side. Do you hear me? Get to the other side. I do one-on-one, so if anyone interested in that, again, DM me, because sometimes you just need some help in walking it out. So join the Wife Hub, guys. Come on in the Wife Hub. There's some good stuff there. There are courses that are there, so not just the workbook to go with Pride, but there are other courses and things that you can pull up that you can help you. Talk about transformation. Let the transformation begin with you. You looking at, yeah, my husband needs to change, and that could be so. I'm not even playing, that could be so. But I'm trying to tell you, God will usually start with you. You want your husband back home. You want it different. You want to do things different. You want to handle things different. And so maybe, just maybe, that's what God is waiting on. Let it, because you're waiting on him to change. Let you change. You change. And it's almost the sowing and the reaping. You're sowing change, you can reap the change. But again, your flesh will speak to you not to. But you want to know how to do things different. And that's what this is about. So soundproof your marriage against the real enemy. Your husband is not the enemy. You learn it's a spirit behind what he said. It's a spirit behind what he did. You're learning how to spiritually fight. Oh, good. I'm glad that you are. Good. You're restoring. Yeah. So you want to do it different. That's what I'm saying. In the restoration, you want to do it different. You don't want, because if you're still doing it the same, if you're still the same, he's still the same, you will get the same results. So there has to be where you're learning, even if he hadn't changed completely. You know, he's on the right foot. He's a work in progress, just like you're a work in progress. So you have to know how not to be triggered. You have to know how to humble yourself. You have to know how to forgive. You have to know how to do all those things if he does not. Because you have to realize it's a spirit. It's a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual battle. I'm not going to let the enemy win. It's a spiritual battle. So yeah. So yep. And so I'm glad you guys are in the part of being restored, the restoration. Walk it out. Join the Wife Hub. That way you get it with other community of ladies who believe in marriage, and they're either walking theirs out or theirs is good. They have a good marriage. They just want to keep it good. So they're doing something to that effect. So yes, walk that thing out. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you. And also, again, you guys like and share. Follow me if you don't follow me, so that when I do come on live, you will get notifications. You'll get the notifications that I'm on live. And you can, if you take notes and follow, you can get some stuff. But if you want the specifics, where I'm dealing specifically with what's going on in your marriage, DM me, and those are the one-on-ones that I do. Again, I walk my clients through. Try to walk them through. Seriously, walk them through getting strategy on how to fight. the real enemy, because the enemy is going to try to make your husband look like the enemy. So you have to know how to fight against that. And again, pride is one of those tools that the enemy will use to destroy your marriage. You're fighting over here for the right to be right and will lose your marriage. And so you have to even spot and watch when it start veering off. Child, you got to start, because I've talked to ladies and it's like, at what point did it get this way? It's like, I don't know, at what point it just happened. So you start missing the signs of when it start veering off. Because sometimes some ladies are so set in their ways, they don't realize that they're operating in pride. They just think it's just the way I am. It's just how I am. Well, how we are, can we ask for and let the transformation take place so that we can have a better marriage? Can we let the transformation take place so that we can have peace? This is, again, where you choose peace over the right to be right. You choose peace. You want your husband to be the leader. You want him to lead your family, and you still lead. Child, see, all of this is what we will cover in the Wife Hub. You want him to be the man of the house. You want him to financially lead, spiritually lead. You want him to lead. Just, can you take care of business? Can you do this? Can you lead? And so this, again, is some of the stuff that we will tackle over in the Wife Hub. So DM me if you're interested in that. I can see you the link. The Wife Hub is a free community. Join. Guys, DM me again if you're interested in that. Child, I wish I had this. When I tell you, I wish I would have had this some 30-something years ago. Jesus. I just really wish I had a community like this. I wish I had somebody like me to go to. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm not even playing. It's stuff I had to walk out. That is why I am able to speak to you about certain things. This is why. This is why. Some stuff I had to walk out in this 36 years, almost 37 years of marriage. Being with my husband over 40 years. I married, it was an unequally yoked marriage in the beginning, child, so I had to still walk some stuff out. So this is why I can teach. So it's not just degrees I got with my name, child. I had some life lessons. Life lessons. And the life lessons qualified me even more to try to teach and show you guys the way to go. Oh, thank you. Love you too. Thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. Sending love to you too. That is so sweet. But yes, you have to walk it out. You just have to walk it out. Get to the other side. Get to the other side, and you will enjoy. Be like, Lord, thank you. I didn't park my car over in the valley. Child, no, you have to climb the mountain, child. I'm trying to tell you, you got to shift gears. I remember one time as the Lord was showing me, I was going up a mountain in the dream. I was going up a mountain, but I had to learn how to shift gears. I had to shift gears. I had to put it in a certain gear to get up the mountain. You will have those mountain moments, guys, but you have to go through the valley. Go through the valley and get on up the mountain. There's victory with those mountains. It's victory that's there. You have to just keep going. You have to just keep going. Keep going. You have to keep going. Keep going. And make sure, and as you decide, no, I'm going to walk this out. I'm going to fight for my marriage. You get pride, kick pride out the door. That's who you kick out the door. Kick pride out the door. Let your weapon of choice be humility. I'm using this as a weapon. I'm using it as a tool. And I'm going to forgive again. I'm going to be quiet. My whole demeanor is going to have a quietness about me. Your whole demeanor. You're choosing peace over the right to be right. You're going to know how to talk to your flesh. That means take every thought captive. You're going to know how to take the thoughts captive so that you're not assuming that these thoughts are your thoughts. You're realizing, oh, that's the enemy coming and speaking, and you're going to know how to speak back to it. So you already have your prepared answers that you're going to speak when the enemy says XYZ. You know how to speak back to it. You're taking it captive and you're casting it down. You're not giving thought to it. So it's those things that you're going to do as you walk out your marriage, the goodness. You're walking it out to keep it. You're walking it out to have a better marriage, a better home life. You talking about quality of life, better quality of life. You want a better quality of life. And so far, your marriage hadn't been good, but this is a turning point. Realize this is your turning point. This is your turning point. This, I say again, is your turning point. So take hold of this moment because you're realizing and you're determining today that you're going to be humble. You're determining today that pride is not going to stay there. So you're going to be humble. This is your turning point. You're looking for a turning point. This is your turning point. You're going to be humble, and you're going to get to the other side. You're going to have that marriage that you want. This is your turning point, and you're going to endure. You're going to be steadfast, unmovable, and abounding. And you steadfast. The enemy is not going to shake you from being humble. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to hold on. Hold on. So again, guys, I'm getting ready to hop off. I got to meet with somebody in just a little bit. But make sure that you are following so that when I do come back on live and when I do my lives, again, you can get notifications. So follow me, like and share and all that other good stuff. DM me if you're interested in the Wife Hub, if you're interested in joining the book club. And we also have a master class coming up this Saturday at 10 o'clock. If there's something that you're interested in, DM me. Okay. So, all right, guys, I will talk to y'all later. I'm glad y'all hopped on. So I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. If I can click out of that one, let's see here.